you end up with a lot of health problems over a long period of time. And really one of the best things exercise does for you is it helps you turn that recovery system on after
Right.
exercise is over. That's one of the best
Mhm.
parts about fitness is it generates a parasympathetic response and a recovery response. So it's people need to understand you don't get better in the gym. You get better when you're not training. You get better in between workouts. I don't go throw a baseball 100 times as a pitcher and then instantly I'm better. No, I go sleep and I recover and then I come back 2 days later and now my accuracy is improved or my pitching's
Yeah.
improved. We improve in the in between periods because our body devotes energy towards adapting to that stress we put ourselves under. If you
Mhm.
don't give yourself that chance to recover, if you don't allow the body to shift into that recovery state, then I don't care how hard you work.
Right.
The gains, the improvements just aren't there because you didn't allow the body to spend the time and energy resources needed to improve. So
Yeah.
it's there's always both sides of that equation.
Yeah. It's tough because when you mention that about the stress management, it seems like that's the part of the recovery process that we don't talk about as often. It's like we talk about sleep and we talk about nutrition, which are absolutely very vital, but the stress management component of it is so
It's
huge because
huge.
and
It's the biggest part, honestly.
well, and it's weird because, sometimes it feels if you are stressed out and you feel like how many people have said that, like, oh my God, I'm stressed out. I need to get to the gym to burn off this stress. So you
Yeah.
want to really go and you want to push it at that time when in reality, that could be a time when you're really susceptible for gassing out or getting an injury at that moment. I think you had a great article I read about kind of a vertical jump where a guy was so stressed out of his mind and his vertical jump kept dropping down over and over again and realizing like there's a missing link here in recovery. So it's interesting with the divers, they found that kind of beautiful combination of physical stress plus the kind of emotional and psychological stress and see how they manage that. Do you think, is it worth it for like somebody who is more general population, they want to just get healthier, kind of live for longevity, to kind of push themselves to like a max heart rate to even understand that? Or is it better just to really focus on kind of finding that zone 2 area a lot more?
I mean, there's definitely benefits to going to higher intensities at times. I mean, kind of when I zoom out and look at most athletes I've trained over my career and most people, you can do it a couple times a week, in smaller volumes depending on the person, and there's benefits to it. But you don't need to go in the gym every single day and push yourself to the max. I would say more often than not, you should walk out of the gym after workout feeling as good or better than when you walked in. If you kind of adhere to that, like most time I walk out, I feel great, you're probably on the right track. If most times you walk out of the gym feeling exhausted, you're going to beat yourself up. And the other thing is, life happens. You have to modulate your training in response to what you did or didn't do in your daily life. So if you got a bad night's sleep or 2 or 3 nights of bad sleep, if you were working super long hours and you're just mentally exhausted, or you didn't get a chance to eat the foods you should have eaten, and you went and had some drink with friends at lunch, and you're still a little drunk, like don't go to the gym and smash yourself. Like give yourself a chance to recover from those things before you go in the gym. So the biggest thing is I would say quality really matters in the gym more than people realize. Like just going to the gym and doing something is less important than being able to go to the gym and do the things that are going to make you better. And
Yeah.
so I'm not saying don't work out, but make sure that your workouts count. And if you've again not done the things outside the gym you need to do, it doesn't mean you can't work out, but go to the gym with a different mindset than if you have done those things. And I 2, sometimes 3 days a week, I have people do what I call rebound workouts, and they're 30 to 40 minutes. They're lower intensity. They're meant to promote blood flow and movement and recovery. And you should walk out feeling great. And that's a part of training. That's not just like a thing you do as a what if. Like, no, that's a part of training because I want that time spent in the gym to promote recovery, not just to promote the stress piece of it. I want to help them promote that recovery angle or end of it as well. So again, people need to recognize your life outside the gym is not disconnected from your life in the gym. They are just one extension of one another. And if you were in a situation where you just can't get the sleep you need, and maybe you got a baby and a newborn that's waking you up every single night, and your diet's all over the map, and you're crushing yourself, like use the gym as a tool to promote recovery. Don't use it as a tool to just smash yourself even further down that hole you're already in.
Yeah, it's I like that term rebound workout. I think that's beautiful. With those workouts, do you do like some strength movements as well, or is that more like kind of cardio conditioning recovery going at like a lighter pace?
Usually you'll go in and do a little breathing, a little dynamic warm up, just get some mobility.